Hi, welcome back. Session number 4 of Power BI. If you are new in the channel, do subscribe the channel to familiar about that what is going on in the technology, a modern area in the Middle East and other countries. Okay, so in this session, we will familiar about the option of journal as well as the further analysis of your visual. Okay, in the previous session we understand the complete visual option by using the first graph stack bar chart. Okay, when you click on the journal option, there is a properties, and when you click on the properties, you will change the width and height of your graph. Okay, it's the value. By the way, the simple thing is back to the report, and after that just enlarge it as like this. Okay, this is the first. Why I'm just click on the focus mode? Because focus mode is completely 100% visualize your graph to make changes on it, and when the changes come, just click on it, and after that adjust the width and height by your arrow option. Okay, otherwise you can directly write the value as well here. Okay, whatever the values you want. Lock aspect ratio. If you want to lock aspect ratio, you can just add it, otherwise just disable this option. There is a position, horizontal and vertical. This is also change when you just change the position of the value. You can see that. So if you have a specific value, you can write it in press enter. Padding are there default, which means that I can increase the padding, for example 10 to 15 and 15 as well. So you can observe that from the left and right side there is a padding. Okay, you can apply the top as well. So top padding and bottom padding as well. So it's all about your requirement. If there is padding requirement, you can add. So it's just an internal space. Advanced option are there. Click on it. Make it responsive. Okay, make it responsive on, which means that when the screen is going to short, it will adjust with respect to the size. It will. You can observe that it will just adjust itself with respect to the size. When I just make it off, it will just give me the arrow. Look at this. So it will not good thing. The rest of the two values are just hide. Otherwise, just make it responsive. All the data will be showing properly. Okay, maintain a layer order. If you want to maintain the layer order, you can do it. Otherwise, make it off. Title are there. The title of the graph. It's talking about the title of the graph. Sum of the father income. That is not a good title here. I'm just writing here is stack bar chart. I just write it, and after that the size of the heading 2, heading 3 with respect to the size, I just make it 2. And after that, this is the width, the font family, the font size, bold italic, color, background color. If you want to add a background color, you may also apply the background color as like this. Subtitle, if there is a subtitle, you may add as well. So there is a subtitle. I just write here the income with degree program, right? And after that you can choose the font size and other stuff. Divider are there. If you want to add a divider sign, which means a straight line are there solid, you can change this dotted dashed, including the width size. So you can apply the separation line as well. It will show you after this line the graph is visualized. You can add a spacing as well. Custom spacing are there with respect to the size, whatever the size you can add. Look at this. This is a space added here. Space below subtitle, space below title area. Whatever the size you need, it will just allow you to give the extra space. If you click reset, it will just reset to the original one. Effects, background effects are there. If you add to change the color, it will change the color as well. The transparency level, which means that lighter to darker, it will adjust there. Visual border are there. When you click on, it will just add the visual border from the corner of the image. Look at this one. You can observe that the black border are there. Okay, just click on it again. Come to the option, and you can observe that the effect, under the effect, okay, there is the colors you can apply. The visual border are there which we apply, and the shadow, make it on shadow. Look at this, the shadow, make it on, and outside, inside, whatever the color you want, you can apply. The bottom, left, you need to just practice all about it. One by one you will familiar about that, which is the effect on the border. Here you can see that on the left side the border is showing the shadow. Data format, in which apply setting to which is the data format and what option you want to apply. For the example, the default one is the sum of the father income column, and after that this is a format. You need to apply the whole number, decimal number, currency, whatever. I need to apply whole number, which means without decimal place number will be showing. Otherwise, if you want to convert into a currency, the value will be converted into a currency form. Look at this, the pound sign is there. Okay. If you change this, it will change as well. Okay. Whatever the currency you want, for example, I want to change into some rupees of, or for example, the US dollar. So it will convert into a US dollar as well. Okay. The percentage format you want to add, it will convert the data into a percentage form. Otherwise, add a decimal point values based on the requirement. Reset to default. Okay. Header icon are there. So make it on header icon. There is a color of the header icon. So you just change the color. For example, I just make it black. Look at this. The header icon is going to black. So I just make it white. So this is the filter sign. Okay. Focus mode, and when you click on the dotted sign, it will show the export data. I will show you this three thing. This is just a colored sign, by the way. Icon. So these all options are enabled, which means that all the icons of the my visualization is enabled. Visual information, visual warning, visual error, all are the option are enabled here. You don't need to disturb this option. Tooltip and smart narrative, this is disabled by default. If you make it on, the narrative is also adding here. Okay, look at this one, the narrative, which means that whatever you did, it will just write in a short form. Okay, otherwise you make it on as off as well. Tooltip, as I discussed, tooltip is just an information. When you hover it, it will show the information. So this is the report page in which I am present here. And after that, this is the auto, the page option, which means that when you just add more number of the graph, more number of the pages, it will show the different number of the option. Okay. The text, whatever the text you have written, it is a colored and font family. Background are there. The color is the white background. You can change whatever you want. It will affect on the text. Okay, it's all about the text. And the alternative text, which means that if there is something wrong, it will show that the text. Okay, as like the HTML image, if there is no text, image is properly showing, the alternative text is showing there if there is something wrong on the data. So I'm just writing here alt text showing. Okay, and that's click. If you want to reset, it will just make it black. Okay, so this is the option of the journal. And similarly, this is the further analysis. When you click on it, there is one option present in this graph only. Remember that. When you click another graph, the option is going to change. We are just in a stack bar chart. So that's why in the further analysis, there is one option called a constraint line. And when you click on it, you can add a line. Look at this one. You can add a constraint line. You can observe that. Zoom it. There is a blue color line. You can add it. Okay. So the constraint line you can add, you can just edit this line, whatever the name you can write here. What is the value? I just write here, for example, 500, a value. You can see that the value, that's the ruler is going to change position. 5,000. Look at this one. There is a 5,000. The line is, for example, if you want to set the threshold, you can just draw this line. So I just want to show up line here. Okay, 50,000. So line is here. You can change the color, by the way, and make it a black here. The transparency level, okay, more darker. Solid line will be the good one. Good. And the shaded area, just make it on. Under the line, all the data under line will be the shaded. You can change the color and before and after, whatever you want. If you want to show after the threshold, this is the greatest strength area, you can show it. Otherwise, before, if you want, you can show it. So this is a more information about the graph. Okay, if you want to show this a more information in graph, you will show it. And the data label are there. You just click, make it on, and after that you can see that this is the data label. If I just zoom it, by the way, the color, the 50,000 is the data label of this line. This line. Otherwise, make it right. Now it is changing the position, above, bottom, under, whatever you want, you can write. Data value are there, the name or the both. Both the line and the value. You can change the line heading as well at the starting. I will change it. Display unit, auto, 1,000, million, whatever the things, and the decimal point. So this is the option. The last one is change that line one, and just write here the line only. I'm just right here the line. This is a line, and we can easily understand that the threshold value, okay, all the things are under this line is applicable, and only these value are not applicable because it's crossing the threshold line. So that's all about this session in which we understood that what are the journal properties here and what are the constant line options here when you add a line. Otherwise, you can make it add more number of the lines. It's all about the values. For example, the second line is 10,000. Okay, Just click it, and here you can see that there's a next line, and after that the same operation you can apply with a different color, so you can understand that what are the effect here. For example, I just add this color, okay, and under the color of shaded you can apply the other color. Look at this one, okay. So it's all about your understanding. So hope you will understand the concept. Till now we understand that all the option of the stack bar chart, and in future we will proceed to understand the stack column chart and the other option as well about the drill through, cross report, keep all filters and other stuff day by day. So stay in touch. If you didn't subscribe the channel, what are you waiting for? Do subscribe the channel to make me motivate to do this such kind of the activity again and again for you. Stay in touch. We will meet you in the next session.